So for today's hike, we're at the Bear Canyon Trail, which is off of Highway 12, just west of Naches, Washington. This trail is a 6-mile out and back, so 3 miles in, 3 miles back. It stays down in the canyon bottom the entire way. The first few minutes is a road walk, but then it pretty quickly changes to a regular trail. It's really an old logging road, I believe, that has been allowed to revert back to nature. So the trail follows the old road route up the canyon. To add some interest to it today, the plan is to hike in 3 miles to about where the trail terminates, and then try to take Forest Service Road 245 up onto the ridge that's above the canyon, and then to hike the ridge back to the parking lot. Hopefully to add a little bit of interest level to this hike, which can be a little bit bland sometimes, I think. It does get quite a bit of snow in the winter, so if you're doing a winter hike here, because there's pretty heavy foot traffic on the trail, the snow gets packed down into ice, and so it's frequently the case that you really want to have micro spikes to keep from falling down and cracking your head open. Definitely a pretty little hike in the winter. Not one I would be excited to do in the summer, but one of those great winter hikes. And again, you can't really see it on the camera, but the canyon walls and the rocks are really picturesque. Camera won't do them justice in here, but if you come, you'll enjoy it. What's nice about this is it's just far enough to the west of Yakima so that when the upper valley is socked in with fog like it was this morning, it's just far enough west to where it usually breaks you free of the fog, and Yakima will be socked in, but you can get a nice sunshine hike. Still pretty little wonderland right now. Just enough snow to make it beautiful, but not enough snow to make it difficult to walk. So kind of a nice in between. I love how red the bark is on the ponderosa pines. So what you'll notice as you get further up Bear Canyon, fewer and fewer people come up this far, and the trail starts to get choked out a little bit. And at some point it does just die out. It's pretty sudden when it happens. So here we are, we're just a touch over 3 miles into this hike in this nice little opening here. And we've got the abandoned Forest Service Road. I believe this is 245. And this we should be able to take this and get up onto the ridge. I think we want to follow this up until we get to the first fork to the left, and then we'll take the first fork off of this road that goes to the left to get up onto the ridge. So here we are, about 3.5 miles in. Old Forest Service Road 245 continues up that way, and we've got a spur road that hangs off to the left, and we're going to go ahead and hang a left here and work our way up. So I followed that Forest Service Road that hooked off to the left. I followed it up to the top of the knob, and now it's just going to be a matter of doing an overland route to head back towards the Bear Canyon Trailhead. So now you just have to make your way parallel to the canyon, and the idea is, I think, just stay up as high as you can and enjoy the views. Just following a nice elk trail now. That looks like a drop right there. You can see all the way down to Highway 12. pretty good drop off. Beautiful day out. So we're just gonna follow animal trails along the ridge. That's the plan. Of course, the problem is I wore my fleece pants today. I knew it'd be in the 20s and really cold hiking up the canyon. So shaded in there. And you get up on top of the ridge and it's sunny and exposed, and the fleece pants are just a little bit too warm for this. It's shorts and t-shirt weather up on top. Maybe long sleeve shirt, but definitely could handle shorts. It's beautiful. So we're getting close to 6 miles in. You can see down into the Tieton River bottom there in Highway 12. And until we get down there and have to figure out how to get off the top, we're in good shape. The hiking up on top is really open and easy. Quite a few elk trails that you can hike on. Pretty easy going. So until we have to get off the ridge, life's good. And I think I scoped out a way down when I headed in. I think I have a route planned out that looked like it was going to work pretty well. So we'll find out when we get there. Don't want to have to backtrack, so we'll make it happen. So you can see down there's the parking area down there. So that's where we have to work our way down to. So we're just going to stay up high on the ridge as far as we can, and then probably work our way down that smoother slope and see how close to the bottom that gets us. You can see that big fog bank rolling in from the Yakima Naches area. I'm hoping to get down off of this before that buries me in here and I can't see to navigate. It's gonna be tight. But doing the ridge walk to get out, this was worth it. It's been beautiful up here. So it looks like I'm running out of ridge. And now it looks like it's just going to be steep. So I'm not sure what my plan is. I have to get down to the bottom. I can see my truck down there. So it's a matter of finding a route down that is reasonably safe. So my truck's right down there. So right now I'm just picking the best animal trails I can under the assumption that the animals are going to try to pick the best route down because they also don't want to fall. So working my way down on elk trails is what I'm doing. And it's pretty steep, but it's not bad. Nothing that's making me feel afraid, so that's nice. Then I'd have to backtrack, which I don't want to do. I'm about 7.5 miles in right now, so, and my car is maybe half a mile down there, so just gonna work my way down the animal trails into the bottom. It looks like they're taking a pretty nice route up and down the mountain, so life's good. It is beautiful. Gotta love it. All right, so made it back to the car without dying. Life's good. So Bear Canyon and Ridge loop is in the bag. It's about 7.8 miles, and I think the ridge part of the walk really adds some pop to this hike. Takes something that's not super exciting and puts a nice component to it. It's just beautiful views from up on the top. Really worth it, and there wasn't anything really difficult until you get right at the end. You have to work your way down a fairly steep hill, but it wasn't scary steep. My kids could have come down that without being frightened. So it's something a person, if you're in reasonable shape, you can do it. And the ridge just makes it work.